Hello, I'm Mr. Bond. Welcome to this lesson where we'll learn how to use single function machines with number. Here are today's Get Ready questions. Pause the video to have a go at the questions and resume once you've finished. Here are the answers. In question 1, we just needed to do 3 calculations. In question 2, we needed to work out the value of 7 squared. 7 squared is equal to 7 multiplied by itself, which is equal to 49. In question 3, we needed to subtract 28 from 83. So the calculation that you will have performed is 83 subtract 28. In question number 4, we needed to find the sum of 28 and 83. So in this case, you could have done 28 add 83 or 83 add 28. So the order didn't matter in question 4, but it very much did in question 3. Hello. Here is our first example of a function machine. A function machine has an input, a function, and an output. The function will simply contain an operation. Let's have a look at an example. In this case, the function is add 10. So let's say that we had an input of 3. To find the output, we need to add 10 to 3, which will give us an output of 13. But we can use different inputs. So let's try an input of 60. So to find the output, we need to add 10 to 60, which is equal to 70. In our first example, the operation is add 10, but we could have different operations in the function box. We could have subtract 7.5, multiply by 12, divide by 8, and those are just some of many examples. Here are some examples for you to have a think about. Which of the function machines will give the greatest output when the input is 8? So our 3 function machines that we're going to think about are multiply by 10, add 100, and divide by 2. Pause the video and have a think. Well, in each case, the input is 8, so let's have a look at these function machines in turn. For the first function machine, when the input is 8, we need to multiply 8 by 10, which is equal to 80. In the second function machine, when the input is 8, to find the output, we need to add 100. 8 add 100 is equal to 108. For our final function machine, we need to divide 8 by 2, and 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4. So we can see that the function machine that will give the greatest output is the middle one, add 100 in this case. Now it's your turn. Have a go at questions 1 to 3 on the worksheet and resume the video when you've finished. So far, all of our function machines have contained operations like add 10 or subtract 5, etc. But look at this one. This one's different. This one uses a word, squared. So let's say the input was 12. To find the output, I would need to square 12. And 12 squared is equal to 144. Here's one for you to have a think about. The input is 15 and the function is subtract from 90. Pause the video and have a think what the output will be, and then resume the video once you've finished. Hopefully, if you remembered our Get Ready questions, you'll know that the order of the subtraction is important here. We need to subtract 15 from 90, and 90 subtract 15 is equal to 75. Now it's your turn. Have a go at questions 4 and 5 on the worksheet. Pause the video and resume when you've finished. Sometimes, instead of finding the exact output of a function machine, it might be appropriate to find an estimate for the output. In this question, we're asked to estimate the output when the input is 18. How could we make this question easier? Well, 97 is very close to 100, and multiplying by 100 is much easier than multiplying by 97, and this will find us quite a good estimate. So let's rewrite our function machine. The input is still 18, but we've changed the function to multiply by 100, and 18 multiplied by 100 is equal to 1800. Here's one for you to try. I want you to estimate the output when the input is 8.205 and the function is squared. Pause the video to have a think and resume the video when you've finished. How did you make this question easier? I thought that 8.205 is very close to 8, and it's much easier to square 8 than to square 8.205. So a good estimate would be 8 squared, which is equal to 64. Now it's your turn. Pause the video and have a go at the rest of the questions on the worksheet. And when you've done this, that's the end of this lesson.